We all might have used Google Lens by now. It helps you find products, translate text, and more. But have you ever wondered how it works? Let's dive deep into the complexity of Google Lens. When Google Lens got launched in 2017, it was pretty good. But in 2018, it shifted from the old separate Google Lens app to the native camera app on over 10 Android skins at the time. Even some phones like the LG smartphones had a separate button for the Google Lens mode. The first version of Google Lens had an emphasis on plain text or a couple of plans, but in 2018 they changed it with a big emphasis on shopping. It showed the exact product the user was scanning, and till this day I use Lens for the reason of finding the product on a different website for price comparison. But the question remains, how does it know the product we are talking about, or scanning in this case? Picture this, all the world's information squeezed into data, text, photos, and videos of everything, everywhere. That's Google's playground. But here's the problem. How can Google instantly recognize any object it sees, no matter how big, small, squished, or stretched it is? This was a major hurdle for Google Lens in the beginning. Let's hear what the former head of VR and AR at Google had to say about it.
3,000 or 5,000 of them. Think about how many objects there are in the world, distinct objects. There are billions, and they come in all different shapes and sizes, different lighting conditions. They might be obscured by different things, different angles. So the problem space, the search space in vision is just vastly larger than what we've seen with text or even with voice. And that's fundamentally what makes it so challenging.
You might think that scanning an image against Google's massive database would be straightforward, but the computational power required to analyze and match images is incredibly high. So, how did they manage it? Well, the answer is AI. Google Lens now uses CNN, or convolutional neural network, which breaks down data, in this case an image, to smaller bits and focuses only on the important details. Let's go deep in. Imagine this. CNN is a detective figuring out images. You are a person who went up to CNN and was like, "What's this?" and shows an image of a cat. CNN looked at this image and was like, and started breaking it down. First, he looks at the edges of the cat and the shapes of the cat. This is called convolutional layer, which looks at the edges and shapes of an object to identify what the object is. Then CNN's friend MPL shows up, the max polling system, which helps convolutional layers by summarizing all the work that he did and just focusing on the important things like the cat's body, face, eyes, ears, or things that help distinguish a cat in this case. Then MPL's friend Dens pops up. She takes CNN's and MPL's data and puts them together, and finally they realize the photo is saying that you should subscribe right now. Okay, just kidding. But you should though. Now, they will realize that it's a cat. Thousands of data like this will be inputted into the CNN system to help it understand and distinguish better. So that's how Google Lens works. Google Lens can also understand and translate text as well as Google Translate. Learn how Google Translate works right here, and see ya!